Other one, Paul here. Today I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over what numbers I would play. Since the last video that I did, I covered the kind of strategy that I use for pick three. Now I'm going to go over each of the states and kind of point out if I would play those numbers. Now, what I actually did was I played Idaho. I ended up playing Idaho last night, and I did it online, and it wasn't the day. I played the night. I played June 4th, and I plugged the numbers into the formula, into the video that I talked about last time, my last video. I plugged into the formula, so if you want to know the strategy, just watch that video, go in depth with it. And I actually hit, and I played a straight, and I basically made $99 in gains. So this strategy does work. So what I'm kind of do is point out which numbers I personally would pick. So I'm just going to go through it here. Now, if you guys want to play these numbers, make sure you plug these numbers into the formula that I talked about in the last video. So let's just start from the top and see which numbers I would play. And I'll probably make this a series again since I want to point out the kind of numbers. You guys know the strategy from watching the last video, and you want to know which numbers I actually would play. Now, the focus of the strategy is to find doubles, and I made that clear in the last video. So I'm just looking for doubles. So nothing for Arizona, nothing for Arkansas today, California. Let's see, nothing for California, Colorado. Nothing for Colorado. Now, I personally would, if I don't see any good combinations for today, I would wait it out for tomorrow. I don't really want to play every single day. I'll play when I find a good number, because to me it's better to find a good number and to wait a day for it. I'm not just gonna just pick a random number just because I want to play. So nothing for Connecticut, Delaware. Nothing for Delaware. Let's do Florida. Florida should have some good ones. Okay, nothing for midday. Okay, so if I were to play, I would play pick three evening for Florida using the formula from the last video. Florida. Let's see. Georgia, I would do evening. I would plug it with the formula. So refer back to my last video. Idaho, which is the one I did last night, so probably not, since it's probably not a double. So nothing for Idaho. Illinois. If I were to do Illinois, I would do the evening. And I'd plug this number into the grid. Illinois. Indiana. Nothing for Indiana today. Iowa. Nothing for Iowa. Kansas. Nothing for Kansas. Kentucky. Nothing for Kentucky. Louisiana. Nothing for Louisiana. Maine. Nothing for Maine. Maryland. If I did Maryland, I would do the evening here. Plug those numbers into the grid. Massachusetts. Nothing for Massachusetts. Michigan. Nothing for Michigan. There's not a lot of doubles today. Minnesota. Nothing for Minnesota. Mississippi. Nothing for Mississippi. Missouri. Okay. Now, if I were to find... Missouri's a good candidate for today for me, because you got zeros, which I already know by doing the formula that you add 5 to one of the doubles, and so that's going to be 705. So you plug that into the grid, you should be able to get your numbers. So I would do midday, and if I plug this into the evening, add 5 to the 3, I would have 348, and I would plug that into the grid. Maybe I should say what number. Montana. Nothing for Montana. Nebraska. Nothing for Nebraska. New Hampshire. Nothing for New Hampshire today. New Jersey. Okay, if I do New Jersey, I would do the evening. So add 5 to one of the doubles. You're going to be messing with 1, 4, and 6. And plug that into the grid. Well, New Jersey. New Mexico. I would do the day. No, actually I wouldn't. This one won't work, because if I add 5 to the double, it's going to be 577. So that one won't work today. New York. Nothing for New York. North Carolina. Nothing for North Carolina. North Dakota. Nothing for North Dakota. Ohio. Nothing for Ohio. There's not a lot of doubles today. Oklahoma. Nothing for Oklahoma. Oregon. Don't see it for Oregon. Pennsylvania. Nothing for Pennsylvania. Rhode Island. Nothing for Rhode Island. South Carolina. Okay, now my experience when I plug the numbers in, the higher numbers don't really work out that well from what I've charted. But if you want to do it, You'd be working with the numbers, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12. You'd be working with 3, 4, and 9 and plug that into the grid. South Dakota. Nothing for South Dakota. Tennessee. Nothing for Tennessee. Good old Texas. Not the morning. If I were to do the day, I would play with the numbers 1, 4, and 6. Nothing for evening. If I did the night, I'd be playing with the numbers 2, 8, and 7. So 2, 8, 7, I plug that into the grid. Vermont. Probably not in Vermont. Nothing for Vermont. Virginia. Nothing for Virginia. Washington, I don't think has it. Nope. Or they do, but it's not. And Wyoming. Nothing for Wyoming. Okay, so those are the numbers for today. I gave you guys kind of a highlight of the ones I would do. Now remember, if you want to get the best results, make sure you watch my last video where I go over, you know, you have to get your double, add 5 to one of the doubles, plug it into the grid, and from that grid, you're going to have your numbers. There's going to be one number missing from the grid. You're going to remove that number from the combinations, and those will be the numbers you can play. If you want to play box or straight, that's up to you. But I'm personally, when I'm doing it, I'm playing straights. And I'm going to keep you guys updated on how I'm doing. I made $99 last night using this strategy. So, anyway, the strategies that I'm giving you guys, it's not a guarantee. It's just for entertainment purposes only. And it's not a guaranteed way that you're going to win money. So, this is just for entertainment purposes only, but I do data and research on all this. So, from what I can tell, the results are higher than a lot of the other strategies out there. But anyway, if you guys like this video, if you want me to continue making these little, what I think, point out which pick 3 numbers you want. If you want me to do this on a frequent basis, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you guys in future videos.